Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. How are you? It's so good to have you guys back. Wow, I am so excited to have you guys here on my channel. And I do want to go ahead and say, if you are new, welcome in, you guys. I am a psychic medium. I do read tarot intuitively. I start with the channeled message and then I move on to the description of the cards. I am clairvoyant. I am clairaudient. I am a medium. And I do offer mediumship based readings, you guys. Those are priced just a little bit differently, but I have all that information down below. Also, I want to go ahead and give big shout outs to everyone who has donated to the channel. You have no idea how you have made just everything possible for me. I want you to know that what you guys donate to the channel, I use for the aesthetic, for the flowers to raise the vibration in the room. I use for all the little stuff to make sure that you guys have the best of the best on our channel. Okay. So Rhoda, again, thank you so much for always gifting me my favorite indie deck. Seriously, it means so much to me. And I want you to know that I am praying for you always and forever. I adore you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, everyone else who has donated, Tony Williams, I always see, your gestures on Cash App. So thank you for your donation as well. And if you guys are feeling extra generous and would like to continue to support, I do have my Cash App below, my PayPal, my Indie Deck wish list, and I have my Amazon wish list. Okay. So yes, let's go ahead and discuss our pick a card. We are going to go ahead and do what's next in love, but I wanted to do something a little bit differently, you guys. I wanted to do something based off of specifically, I wanted to do something based off of how to manifest new love, where you are in love, like technically some shadow work in love, how to heal, and how to really raise your vibration. Okay, this is really important for us. And I am going to go ahead and channel stones, crystals, flowers, herbs, or anything that really comes to me. Elements are really big for me: wind, earth, fire, air. Okay. Especially because they are very, very native to my ancestors, my indigenous ancestors. So yes, I am going to bring a variety of channeled energies. And as you know, I like to channel my energies of what you guys need for every specific pile. Okay, please, you guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know my videos are uploaded. Please, if you are enjoying my videos, I would love for you guys to share my content out there. Okay, to help my little business keep flourishing. Also, check out my Instagram for testimonials, reviews. I do pick a card readings on there. I have a bunch of cool stuff on there. I also have a current Reiki healing giveaway. I have been focusing a little more on healing, you guys. So I am focusing on a variety of energy work. Okay, specifically, I've started focusing on evil eye remover, and I'm focusing on healing any kind of DNA stuff. I'm still kind of working my own rituals around it, but I'm really focusing on ancestor healing, any kind of dark extractions, but I'm still kind of, working out my own rituals around it. So if you guys are interested, I will be taking on a very limited amount of healing sessions per week because I myself am still transitioning out of my own healing process, and my spirit body is still, I'm in motion. Okay, very protected, but I'm still, in a place where I have to balance out my energy. Okay, so email me also, just an FYI, you guys. Okay. Right now, I am really focused on servicing my business, okay? And I want to let you guys know that in terms of direct messaging on Instagram, I will only I want to say for the next week or two, I'm trying to launch a new amazing services for you guys. I also offer free healing once in a while, or free energy work, complimentary, and it could be donation based. I am going to limit the amount of conversation, and I want to focus on business inquiries only. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing some chatty videos on YouTube to make sure that we can balance it out. I know we've wanted to do some self-love chatty videos, I know we've wanted to do a Q&A. I'm going to hold off on the Q&A. I want to make sure, like, I'm comfortable with, bringing pieces of my life in the pick a card videos. But if you guys are interested in the Q&A specifically for spirituality, I can do that. Anything personal, I'm kind of shying away from that because I'm here for you. Okay. I want to make sure I am here for spiritual purposes, for your spiritual growth, for empowering you, for coaching. Otherwise, my own personal stuff, I kind of like to, I give you guys bits of me in between piles. So I hope that's okay. And yeah, so a lot of new stuff happening, a lot of changes happening, and I'm really excited to have you guys here. Please don't forget to comment below. I need you guys very active with me. Let me know what you think. Okay, let's talk about what you're manifesting in love, what's happening in love, okay, and how to invite new love in, okay? So I decided we're going to go ahead and do 3 piles this time around. We're going to do the Muse Tarot, the first pile, the Star Seeker Tarot. Sorry, you guys. Talking too fast. The second pile is the Nosotras Tarot, which I absolutely love. The third is the Muse. Okay, we're really going to dive into this. See how we can raise our vibration and add new love into the equation. Okay? Pick your pile, please. And then also, use your intuition with this. Okay, my loves? Okay. So if you need more time, please pause the video. Otherwise, we shall start the process. I will be using today the Psychic Tarot, okay, which I love, which was gifted to me from one of my subscribers, my lovely, lovely, lovely subscribers, which I absolutely adore. And we are going to go ahead and use the Color Mage Oracle. I'm not too sure if it's OOP yet, but you guys can go ahead and take a look and see if they still have it. Okay, one of my faves, especially for intuitive readings if you guys are interested. So let's go ahead. Pile 1. Let's talk about your manifestation in love, shall we? Okay, so I'm having a vision of there's a lot of spiritual debris, okay? I'm having a vision of a lot of spiritual debris in your environment. Pile 1, there's a lot of shadow energy, okay? Some of you guys have just experienced something that felt like a tornado, something that felt incredibly chaotic. This is something that felt very dark, okay? So you guys may even benefit from like a cleanse, maybe an aura cleanse, and you can simply do that with bath salts, Himalayan salts. I like to do a limpia Peruvian style with an egg, okay? You guys can look that up if you're interested, or I can make a post specifically on cleanses. Let me know. So what I'm getting is there's been a lot of getting caught up in maybe other people's negative energy. So what happens when we fall in love, we tend to, as empaths or as people who are incredibly loving and giving, we tend to merge our identity with other people, especially our partners. So what I see here is there's been a level of it's like you've disconnected from yourself and you've completely attached yourself to your person or your ex's identity here. There's a level of, just trying to remove yourself from the shadow. Like there's been something is blinding you, my loves. Something is blinding you here. And a lot of you guys are trying to really make sense of whatever it is that you're seeing. Okay, so I am feeling an enormous amount of finding your path. I'm hearing finding your path. I'm also having a vision of 111. I'm also seeing, so we have 111, manifestation, activation of light code energy. We also have guidance and direction. I'm also having a vision of you guys trying to get out. You're trying to get out of a very specific dark place. And this is all around your head, you guys. I'm having a vision of this dark energy around your head. So I don't know if you guys are coming out of something where someone might have, created a lot of negativity in your life, or you're coming out of relationships that are consistently creating maybe some kind of chaos in your spiritual body, okay? But we have focus, guidance, and direction. A lot of you guys are, consistently in connections where I feel you have to hide something. I don't know what it is, if you're hiding your emotions, your vulnerability, what you do for work, or there's almost like a shyness around who you are, your true node, your power of who you really are becoming. So I am seeing a lot of Archangel Raphael's color in your environment, a lot of orb energy, okay, greens, pale pinks, healing. A lot of you guys tend to date maybe authoritative people, people who are a little bit possessive, or they just kind of come in and create some kind of disorder in your head, you guys. This person, whoever you were dealing with, this person really shook you up, your ex, or there's a pattern here of dealing with people who tend to shake you up. And what I see here is there is a beautiful energy around your feet waiting to get grounded, waiting to get rooted, okay? Waiting for you to become more, waiting for you to see how prosperous you really are. I'm also having a vision of a triangle. So we have, for me, this is about the mind, body, spirit, the Holy Trinity, okay? So there's a lot of guidance. You guys are really moving through some serious guidance, hero's journey. Some of you, trigger warning, okay? You may have experienced some kind of physical or even, sexual abuse. That is something that has been reoccurring in your head. Maybe you guys haven't found an outlet for that, okay? There's just been a lot of memories around feeling vulnerable or feeling as if you lost your voice or you lost permission, to stand up for yourself. Right now, you guys, in matters of love, you are being guided. So there's a lot of spiritual guidance. You are also meeting a lot of mentors, believe it or not, okay? You're meeting a lot of people who are guiding you into a different process, an ascension process. There's another experience here for you. Some of you guys have been planting something. It's like you're planting something and you're hiding it, or there's been a lot of having to hide your wealth or hiding who you are or how much you make, or I don't know. I'm getting a lot of worry and fear around really being who you are, Pile One. And a lot of this is really, it's kind of covering your light. It's covering you. It's not letting you shine in the way, you should be shining. So some of you guys had an upbringing where the masculine had an overpowering role in your life, where they called the shots, where what they said kind of went, that sort of thing. So a lot of you guys are healing from this, or you're trying to find a way out from this because it's showing up within your relationships. So this is about how you are standing in your power in creating alchemy, right? Giving yourself a voice, Pile One, in love, and saying, you know what, I matter too. Giving yourself an opportunity to say, I matter too. So let's go ahead and see what is going on for your heart. Where is your current heart space? And we'll work from there, yeah? Take the lead. You are learning to become your own emperor, whether you are a feminine or a masculine. You're taking it upon yourself to set boundaries. You're using the fire element to really create alchemy. This is your element, fire. I'm getting the number 2 here, you guys. So 2 paths. Okay, 2 paths. Your ancestors are showing you 2 paths. One, they're guiding you on, and the other is a repetition of a karmic cycle. You guys are going to have to make a choice. Your heart space right now is ready. You are ready to take the lead in your life. You are ready to become more in tune with your inner fire, to say, I deserve better. I deserve more than what my mother had. I deserve more than what my grandmother had. Not because there's anything wrong with what they, went through, or not to even identify with their narrative, but to stand in your power and say, I'm not going to repeat the trauma within my lineage. This is about your ancestors, you guys. This is about clearing karma. We have challenge and truths in reverse. Challenging times in reverse. Where's your heart space? Pile 1. Have you guys been hiding? There's a lot of hiding here. So I want you guys to work with roses, specifically red roses. There's something about your root chakra here. I'm having a vision of your root. So there's a lot of vitality needed to be poured back into your life. There's a need to really pour all this energy you've been giving to other people in your relationships. Bring it back to yourself. Sit in the bath, you guys. Get your red roses. I'm going to go ahead and do a post very soon, so I won't dive into it too much. And you guys can check it out on my page, okay? But I want you to use red roses as it's called for you. But ultimately, what I see is a need to heal your identity, to heal your past lives, and to really, something about your body was violated, you guys, okay? There's a need to tap into that aspect of yourself where maybe you shy away from touch. Maybe touch makes you uncomfortable. Maybe vulnerability makes you uncomfortable. Because what I see here expressing you right now, you're coming out of a very challenging relationship or time, and you're looking to express your heart. Right now, there's a lot of encouragement to heal by coming back to your community, realizing that you are loved, that you are cared for, taking the lead in your life, becoming more masculine. When I see the fire in gold, I always think of masculine energy, that yang, like taking it upon yourself to really transform your energy. This is some serious stuff, you guys, because what I see here is you are transforming a lot of who you were, a lot of what happened to you into empowerment and love. And what I see here is that, I'm having a vision that you are guided to take a path that scares you, but it's going to change you for the better. Don't be afraid to say no. And it doesn't matter whether it's sexual, whether it's, if someone doesn't do if someone's doing something, pile 1, that you don't like, whether it's the way they're texting you, do not be afraid to stand up for yourself, because this is generational. Speak. And speak love into your existence, please. You guys. A lot of you guys, I feel you're dealing with love and lovers that are tempting you. There's a lot of temptation here. I'm having a vision of, an apple tree. Okay, an apple tree can be several things, but for me, in this specific vision, this apple tree is showing me that a lot of you guys are feeling tempted around something. And this temptation is not a bad thing. Some of you guys may have been shying away from your sexuality, and others, you may be led down the wrong path to continue maybe a only physical connection because you think that love isn't for you, or you think that because of feeling left out in the cold and being, abandoned is something that is common for you. Do not normalize trauma. I'm going to say this time and time again. One of the things that I really enjoyed recently when I had a conversation with a sibling, I said, within my family dynamic, there was a lot of, well, it is what it is. This is how it is. And we went through what we went through, and oh, well. No, it's not oh, well. Listen, the world might minimize your pain. The world, because other people cannot identify with your pain unless they have moved through the exact thing. They can only hear you. They can hold space for you. They can say, wow, that is intense, or they can just listen in the way they feel most comfortable. But most people cannot endure your pain. We don't experience it the same, right? Everyone has a different level of tolerance. We all have a different level of empathy. We all have a different level of resilience, and we have to take that into account. But what you can do to empower yourself through your journey is to say, this is what happened to me, and it does matter. It does matter. None of this, oh, well, it is what it is. I'm going to keep pushing. No. It matters. You know why? Because you survived it and you're here. You also don't have to swing in the other direction into extreme and say, oh, and start victimizing yourself and create a narrative that isn't for you. Empower yourself, okay? And the way you empower yourself is by using the self-expression and saying, yes, I went through this. It was incredibly painful. And guess what? I am taking it day by day and I'm healing. Tell your partners. You guys, don't shy away from expressing vulnerability. And if this is one thing I'm noticing in my old age, my mature age, if you start with a specific tone, if you set the tone by setting boundaries from the beginning, if you set the tone by being who you are from the beginning, if you set the tone by being authentic and loving from the beginning, or whatever it is that you want to represent yourself by, it's important to know yourself. This is how people are going to receive you. Either they're going to receive it, then you know this is your person. If they do not accept who you are, then you know this is not your person right away. Instead of figuring this out 8 months later, a year later. It took me 30 something years, 30 plus, to really get this. Okay? And a lot of work in therapy. I'm gifting you guys some free therapy right now. Okay? Be who you are. And if your person stays, they are with it. You do not want to drag someone along, making them think that you're someone else. And then down the line, you get comfortable and they see how beautiful you really are. And then they're like, oh, this isn't for me. Or they don't understand what it is you're trying to do. Be you. Every relationship, Pal One, is a chance to learn. There are no mistakes. Every person that hurts us, that abandons us, that loves us, they all teach us something about ourselves. So don't take it as the end all be all. This is a chance for you to grow. You're taking the lead in your own life to become more independent, to really stand in your power and say, I matter. I want you guys to work with jade. Okay, jade or emerald, green stones. Okay, we have one right here. This is an emerald. And then Amazonite, aventurine, and jade. Jade is the big one. Your transformation in love. The Tower in reverse. Okay, we have the Tower in reverse. You know why? Because you guys are trying to control everything. You will not let people invade your energy or your space for the sake of love and approval. It is not worth it. I'm telling you right now, it is not worth surrendering your power for people to come into your life to strip you away from your identity. Not happening. So how can you manifest new love? Okay, right? Yes. Excuse me. So, okay, what did we talk about? Give and take. Give and take. Are you honoring yourself? Are you giving to yourself? So what I noticed is on my path of breaking free from codependency, from people, from relationships. It wasn't just relationships, you guys. I was codependent on everybody. I wanted everybody to save me. I wanted, specifically men, right? I wanted all my friends to save me. I wanted everybody to do something for me. So when I realized that I'm very capable, and the reason why I would kind of cycle through a lot of disappointment was because a lot of people did not show up for me when I expected them to, right? There's a high expectation. Well, I'm loyal. Why aren't you? Well, I do this for you. Why aren't you doing it for me? Was I giving myself love to begin with? No, I was reaching for it outside of myself. So this is a plan. So when you reach outside of yourself for love, you're going to get very disappointed every time, because that whole saying, if you are not full inside, how are you going to give to somebody what you don't have? This creates the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Dynamics where relationships are incredibly one-sided, they are not functional, and it creates a sense of someone stealing from you, like they don't want to give to you. Remove resentment by, I remember, listen, all my relationships or even my dating situations, and I haven't dated a lot, you guys, but I really believe I'm big on protect your body, my own stuff, right? But I'm very big on celibacy, don't let anybody just touch your body. And I know that goes against this whole movement that we're in right now. I know everybody's so pro sex and pro in your face, let's show off the body, okay? But I've always been very reserved. So even when I had my moments, I always came back to who I really was. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I think it's important to really honor how much you're giving. You have to give what makes you feel comfortable. And I remember when I was 18, I went on a date and I started dating this guy. And he really was, I've always had masculines teach me about balance. And I was upset at the fact that he wasn't giving enough. So I called him out and I said, I need more from you. Why do I feel like I'm always overextending and you're not doing anything for me? And you know what he said? Something incredibly mature and brilliant. He goes, you know what? I want you to give what you're comfortable giving with. Could have been a little bit manipulative, but what it's like thinking back, he was teaching me how to set my own boundaries because I obviously expected so much from him. Your manifestation involves finding a place where you can receive. Are you comfortable with receiving, Padawan? Are you comfortable with receiving? If I said today, I want to gift you something, how do you feel about that? If your friend said, I want to give you something, are you going to say, no, that's okay, I don't need it? Or are you the kind of person that says, oh, you have too much of this, why do you need more? How do you feel about receiving? I want you guys to do just a little mini observation on self. Your manifestation involves healing. Five of Pentacles, healing where you were left out in the cold. If you guys did not have the proper parenting, okay? A lot of us don't. It's so sad. I work with kids, I work with at-risk youth, and I am amazed at how many children are out here parentless. It's scary. not in a judgmental way, but it's generational. If we don't take it upon ourselves to change this dynamic within our lineage, it starts with us. We are the ancestor. We are the change. Okay? Heal any abandonment stuff, you guys. This is a good time. And the way you do that, connect with Gaia. Simple, 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 very simple. Connect with trees, connect with the earth. How do you feel about money? How do you feel about abundance? Do you feel beautiful? Do you feel handsome? How do you really feel? And what kind of connections and patterns are you seeing in yourself? Okay? And let yourselves feel your pain. Listen, your heart. You're in a lot of pain. Whether you know it or not, whether you want to claim it or not, either way, it doesn't matter. What I see here is a beautiful spirit moving through a very intense, cycle of generational pattern clearing, healing, to become more abundant. Yeah? So what's expected after this journey? Okay, because this went real long. Self-fulfillment. This is your path, baby. This is your path. You guys are learning how to bring in self-love, okay? You are learning how to love yourself from a deeper, deeper place. Yeah? You cannot love. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I do not want you guys to keep going through this pain. You cannot love if you are not happy with yourself. And happiness is found by sitting with yourself, as uncomfortable as it is. Find it in you for some solitude, you guys. There's too much of this codependency stuff here, okay? So I love you. And I see amazing things for you once you guys can get through this. So let's move on. Okay. It's getting a little dark here, but we'll work it out. Right? We'll work it out. Pile 2. All right, pile 2. Let's see what's going on with my pile 2s. Yes, let's see. So we're going to talk about manifestation in love. We're going to talk about where you're at, how to move through this, how to attract new love. Okay, so a lot of you guys, I want you to work with yellows and golds. Okay, so I'm even having a vision of like peaches, golds, beautiful energies like this, okay? I want you guys to work with pyrite. There's some serious energy around your solar plexus. I want you guys to work with your solar plexus, healing any energies around your IMs. So what I see here, there's been an abundant amount of experiences that have created the beautiful you that you are today. But what I'm feeling is there's some healing that needs to be done around the masculine, okay? Because when I think of gold, I think of oranges. I think about sexuality. I think about the masculine and where you stand, okay? So we have speak your truth at all times, okay? Some of you guys have been in casual relationships, or you're doing this hookup thing and you're not happy with that, okay? Maybe there's been some minimizing what you really want to fit in. For others, there's a lot of blocking your own blessings because you feel you are not worthy. So right now, the shadow, is healing anywhere you feel that you are not deserving of something more. We have Dusty Rose, your love has aged, in reverse. And then we have Develop Your Destiny. You guys, I am so moved by your energy right now. I am so moved by your energy because what I see is this dedication for your growth. You have this dedication towards your life. It's like you know, even though you guys are feeling a little bit less than right now, I'm getting a lot of disappointment around your heart. There's this beautiful energy around trusting. It's like there's still this beautiful energy around trusting that you will find someone. So manifesting new love, what I feel is there's actually a lot of masculines behind you if you're a feminine, or if you're masculine, you know, you have a lot of feminines around you. You have a lot of love around you. You have a lot of this people wanting to see you. So maybe you guys have this duality of being very feminine and masculine. You've mastered the yin yang. So there's this duality about you. You know when to be feminine, you know when to be masculine. But what I love is that I'm having this vision of you guys seriously smelling the sunflowers. You guys are smelling your environment and all these flowers around you. And you have an enormous crowd around you waiting to date you. And a lot of you guys are like, what? Where? Like, do you even recognize? Do you even recognize how beautiful you are? Come on now. Let's talk. Seriously. Are you trusting love? Do you trust love? This is about balancing, you guys. I feel some of you guys are just not receptive right now, or there's just an enormous focus on yourself, or there's been too much of a focus on, I don't know if I'm ever going to find anybody. Okay, this pile specifically. There's been too much of just not speaking how you really feel, or just not trusting your path. And, you know, maybe you feel more comfortable being friends with somebody first because of this. You move very slow. Okay, we have strengthening your bond in reverse and find balance. A lot of you guys, I really want you to know, it's like you almost friend zone yourself before things can even get off the ground, okay? I want you guys to excuse me for a second. I'm going to put my light on. So, you know, I'm getting a lot of how connected to, you know, how connected are you right now? How connected do you feel to your self-worth? Do you feel worthy? Some of you guys are just so disconnected from people, and you have like a whole line. Maybe, have you noticed? There's like a whole line waiting to date you. I mean, I don't know. Is this obvious to you? Because it's obvious to me in my vision. You've got so many people watching you, you know, smell your environment. You're just like smelling the roses. You're smelling, you know, but I keep feeling this weakness in your solar plexus. So this is about you really owning who you are, really owning the fact that you are worthy. Yeah? There's something imbalanced in your life, you guys. Maybe you guys are in your masculine too much right now. Maybe there's too much of or you're on the other side of the spectrum, okay, of the feminine. There's too much passivity here around love. So if you're trying to manifest new love, this is about, have you stopped to check out the line that actually wants, you know, they want to date. People want to date you. People want to date you, hunty. Okay, people want to date. So I guess asking yourself, are you receptive? Do you feel worthy? Do you feel good? Let's go ahead and talk about your transformation in love. So what's new in love for you right now? Okay, so I'm having a vision of a lot of jump rope, or a lot of skipping, a lot of movement and rhythm, okay? So some of you guys are finding a new flow for yourself. Or maybe you've been working on yourself. You're trying to find something new. You're trying to find something that works for you, okay? And this has been like a training. Like you guys are trying to become more coordinated about love. Like you're allowing yourself to kind of, it's like you want to balance. Some of you guys really want to balance love. You want to invite it in, but there's such a fear of trust. You guys are fearing this invitation. Wow. So what's your transformation right now, my loves? Let's see. Yep, Knight of Swords. So a lot of you guys are, there's a need to communicate. There's a lot of communication here, a lot of mental stuff going on. I don't know if you guys have actively pushed people away. Are you pushing people away? Because if you're here asking about, manifestation and love, there's something about the way you're communicating in love that needs to soften, like sweeten your approach a little bit, yeah? Like sweeten your approach. Right now, there's a need to it's like you're very focused on maybe even yourself or your dreams. For me, this is about you have a purpose, you have sight for yourself, and it's in a specific direction. A lot of you guys may have had parents who really tugged at you. There was a lot of power plays here, like a lot of forcing you to be things when you were maybe visiting them. Okay, maybe you were someone else when you were with your father. Maybe you were someone else when you were with your mother. And this created a dynamic of insecurity, of not really knowing how to flow. Or there's just a disconnection to your truth and your heart. But right now, I feel there's been so much of a focus on your future, on where you're headed in life, you guys. It's like all about your destiny here. But there needs to be balance. So if you guys are looking for love, what I'm getting here is, my guides are saying find balance. Learn how to communicate in a softer way. Maybe some of you guys are afraid of being vulnerable. So you put your guard up and there's a lot of, I don't want to say defensiveness, but maybe there's been a lot of questioning people's motives very outwardly, or not really giving yourself time to get to know someone, because trust is a thing. It's almost like you've given up on strengthening bonds here. So your transformation in love really, really stems around communication. There's big communication stuff here. Maybe bringing a new playful energy. I am having a vision of a lot of reds and oranges. So, healing your root chakra, healing your sacral. So what are you manifesting in love here? So right now, there's been maybe a lot of online dating, or at least what I'm being guided to share with you is that sharing your experiences, or even talking to people, strengthening your community, and really being honest about your story will help you. What are you manifesting in love? And I'm also getting the number 4 here is very prominent. So a lot of beautiful changes, my love. So you guys are really going to find someone that really vibes with you, okay? This is about, finding someone that really flows, that really gets it. We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, learning how to collaborate, learning how to be a little more communicative. Some of you guys don't communicate your feelings. And this is where, there's a lot of imbalances. So how can you invite new love in? You guys seriously need a serious transformation, and you're doing it. A lot of you guys are doing it. You know how you're doing it? Your focus is on yourself. Your focus has been on the sunflower. Your focus has been on self-improvement and really growing from a place of inner knowing. So this is really creating a sense of home within yourself. You're trusting yourself. So although this might be a lonely road, I want you to know that there is no right or wrong, pal 2. You are moving in the right direction. It just looks different, okay? We all have paths and they look different. No path is better. No path is, the exact right way. We all choose before we incarnate. So I want you guys to take it easy, okay, with the judgment, if you guys are judging yourself. So how can you invite new love in? Let's see. There's something about the water, you guys. Some of you guys are afraid of the water, or you're afraid of swimming. I don't know. And this is very significant for your emotions. You're afraid of the depths of your own intensity. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of your emotions. You can manifest new love by allowing yourself to fully feel your experiences from a place of confidence and trusting that there's nothing wrong with falling in love. Okay? Give yourself a new start in a new direction. Some of you guys are holding on to a connection that's at a distance, maybe with a fire sign, or I'm getting a lot of lunar energy. Maybe there's a lot of confusion around this. Maybe this is a Pisces or a Cancer. Maybe this is a divine counterpart, but I'm getting a lot of confusion, a lot of emotional upheaval, and something about this really changed you. Okay, and here we are. If you're looking for love, let love in because it's coming in. There's a new path for you. There's going to be new beginnings for you. Okay? But you have to allow things to manifest and don't take offers that are empty. If you can see that the offer is empty right away, you want to choose your ancestors' way, which is that legacy, long term. This is about learning from your past by not jading yourself, but giving yourself a new start in love. Maybe it looks different. Be playful, find a different path, you guys. Find something, a different way of kind of moving through your experiences. I'm also seeing daisies are going to be good for you too. Please, this is going to help you with your manifestation. And earth, touch the earth, connect with the water for your emotions. Yeah? Wonderful. Okay, so pile 3, let's talk about it. Let's see, what's going on with love, your manifestation in love? I'm having a vision of the Scorpio sign here. So some of you guys are strong Scorpios, or there's a Pluto, a lot of Pluto energy here. Death and rebirth. So what is happening in your life? In love. So I'm having a vision that there's a cloud that's hiding it's blinding your vision, okay? This cloud is very significant. This cloud is a representation of something hiding this illumination. The sun is right behind this cloud. You guys are being clouded by something. You're not seeing something clear right now in love. I'm having a vision of 888. Maybe you're dealing with a soulmate or a karmic contract. Abundance in love. Pile 3, what's going on for you in love? Stand up to the elements. So some of you guys are connected to someone that you feel, funny that I talked about the illusion of things too. There's, maybe I didn't say it yet, but it's in my head. Voice your muse. Some of you guys are in a connection that maybe you're very confused about, and you have been confused, and now you're coming out of it, or you're trying to make sense of it, is what I'm getting. Pale pink. We have, I think, let love enter. Gentle love. There's something that has been clouding you about maybe I'm hearing an ex or someone that was in your life. And this is creating a lot of delays for you in love. But something about this person, pile 3, they are meant to be in your life. But there's something about maybe you guys are not recognizing this person anymore. Or maybe you're confused about why you guys aren't moving in a specific direction. There's a lot of confusion. Maybe not knowing this person one-on-one. Whoever this person was in your past, the number 6 is here. Harmony and balance. Soulmate connection for sure. Twin flame maybe, okay? But it's like this confusion around your connection because you guys are not moving. Something is blocking movement. Something is blocking your vision, pile 3. Something is blocking your path from this connection. And it's almost like this person is not really even seeing this. So what I feel is most frustrating about my vision that I'm having about this is the fact that it looks like the masculine here is not paying attention. It almost feels like they disconnected after they got what they wanted. This has been incredibly confusing and painful to you. And I feel you're dealing with an Aries or a fire sign. You're dealing with something that's very intense. There's a lot of love here because of my heart. You guys, my heart. Okay? So we have new vitality in reverse. We have sacral chakra in reverse. This is really, it's hard on you. It's hard on you because there's a level of not really, it's like you might even run into this person and they act like they don't know you, or there's a lot of like questioning your own worth because this person just kind of disconnected from you. We have embrace. And what I see is that within this connection, you are learning how to choose your own path instead of being guided by something that isn't for you. Okay. For some of you, this person is not meant to be in your life. For others, this separation is guided in order for you to find your cure. This is about you more than it is about them. And I'm getting the number 10 here. So cycles are ending. A beginning of a new one is emerging. Okay? So this is about you finding your center. You guys, the confusion is because you're really awakening. You're awakening to the fact that there's more out there for you. Maybe you minimized your dating experiences, like, oh, I'm never going to find someone better. Maybe you had a tendency to date people who met, they gave you the minimum, but they didn't give enough. And now you're realizing, wow, the lesson here. You're looking, it's like your angels are guiding you to look in a new direction, to find your joy and stability. Now you're realizing you do not need to cling to this relationship for dear life, because if you think for 1 second that this is the only opportunity you're ever going to have in your life, it is not true. You have way more. So what's your transformation in love, pile 3? There's a little bit of some sadness around disconnecting from this person or this situation. And, you guys are trying to kind of make sense. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to establish, again, the color matters here. Okay. Some of you saw this person and they pretended like they did not even know you, which is incredibly, disrespectful. And something about this has been back and forth. There's been a lot of back and forth, or there's something about them acknowledging you. They know who you are and they were trying to pretend like you didn't exist. Honoring your emotions, healing any kind of hidden depression, any kind of hidden trauma, any kind of instabilities within your emotions, honoring yourself. The Queen of Cups is really powerful. For me, she is all encompassing of a power, like a powerhouse, someone who can love you. What's that saying? Strong enough to heal you, or something like that. Gentle enough to cleanse you, strong enough to drown you, or something like that. But listen, you guys are a force. This is saying take back your power. Your transformation right now is taking back your power from this relationship that you've been in for way too long. And if you're not physically with this person, your energy cord, my love, Your energy cord is still very much connected to this person. FYI, if you think it's over, this connection, the vision here that I'm having of this energy cord is very thick. And a lot of it is coming from the feminine not being able to let go of their masculine right now, because I'm hearing, I don't understand what happened. This person is their heart is very blocked, you guys. You're dealing with somebody who is a bit narcissistic, and they're pursuing a lot of ego right now, okay? A lot of their agenda, it revolves around themselves, point blank. And what you are is an incredibly beautiful, empathic person, and you are giving yourself to someone who cannot reciprocate. But you know what? Here's the beauty in learning that. This connection is teaching you how to put yourself first. If you have not let go of this connection, it is coming to a very close, I'm hearing, an end, because, and I'm gentle when I say that, because we're not all going to receive that with a smile, right? So your transformation is letting go. If you are caught in a third party, you guys, and you know you're in a third party, and this is going to be a revolution for you. It's a revolution. And I say a revolution specifically because this is about empowering yourself through recognizing that, you know what, your time is valuable. Your emotions is valuable. You come first, point blank, period. Right? So how can you manifest new love? Because what I see here, there's a need to really, work through what you've been avoiding. If you guys are holding on to someone who has countlessly told you or expressed some kind of this, the full moon. By the full moon, a lot of this is going to be released. A lot of this is going to come into light. Some truth is going to come into light so you guys can let go. The universe has a funny way of doing that to us, right? Like shining some kind of truth here. So let's go ahead and see, how can you manifest new love? Let's talk about it. So you guys are very ascended. I'm going to have to tell you right now, you're very ascended. Your purpose here is to lift the collective. Your purpose here is to awaken other people as well, because you guys are definitely healers. You're probably on this twin flame journey, okay? There's a need to release any kind of needing to prove your worth. Are you needing to prove your worth to somebody? Because you're already worthy. So the Lovers in reverse is all about lacking your self-esteem. The Sun, you're not honoring yourself. This is about honor and self-respect and pride. This is where pride comes in, and it's okay. Pride enough to say, I am deserving. I'm not going to stick around with somebody who's married, who's in a relationship, who doesn't honor me first. This is about manifesting higher vibrational love. The kind of love that looks at you and says, wow, you know what? You are first in my life. You come first. I won't leave you on red. I won't leave you hanging, because you are worthy of a loving experience. The manifestation needs to happen with you, with belief systems. Do you believe you are worthy of a legacy? I hope so. I believe you are worthy of a legacy. I don't like using that word either, but this is a good time, you guys, to reflect on your generational stuff. Where did you see this within your family dynamic? Are you repeating patterns? We tend to. So this is about, if you come from a home where there was a little bit of some disorganization around parenting, maybe not having both parents, not having family, or just having discord among your caretakers, how are you repeating this? Are you going to have a child with somebody who doesn't meet you halfway? Or who neglects you? That isn't love. That is our own inner child projections. We revisit trauma to heal it, But we end up having children, having relationships that are nowhere near what we need because we're trying to heal our experiences, hoping that we could recreate a moment where we have what we didn't have. But, as you guys are brilliant. You guys are so empathic. You're so brilliant, but this is not the way to do it. You create peace and harmony when you do something different. When you no longer allow yourself to, have this person. Yep. A lot of energies of affairs here. You guys are being in connections that, listen, you manifest new love by becoming a little more to yourself and a little more reserved, a little more, no one needs to know everything all at once. One of the best qualities about relationships, and this is totally my opinion, okay? So I'm sharing it with you guys and I hope it helps, is to give yourself in pieces, right? Like there's no need to rush. Your partner is not your therapist. Seriously, you guys. We create codependency where it doesn't need to. Your partner is your partner. Your partner is someone you build with. Your partner is the person that, yes, you guys can have a deep connection. And this person, you can share some very meaningful experiences, but no one is responsible for anyone's happiness outside of our own. We are the ones who are very, very responsible for our happiness, our independence, our movement in life. Our partners aren't responsible for that. They are here to guide us into our ascension, into a heart awakening. Love is not leaning. And I really feel, there's a lot of growth here in terms of your stability. I want you guys to see it. I want you guys to see that you yourself, you do not need to wait for somebody who is unavailable out of fear of not ever having love again. If this person is unavailable, if you are dealing with a masculine, a divine, sacred masculine who is moving through a karmic partnership, they are not available for you. This is a good time to detach yourself so you can start healing and manifest a soulmate connection, someone who can give you what you need. One thing I learned in life, my loves, take this with you. If you choose time, we can never get time back. We can get, money comes and goes, right? There's so many things in life that come and go. People come and go. Experiences come and go. But we don't get time back. I'm very big on time because what you invest now is going to set you up for 4 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You do not want to neglect how beautiful and how worthy you really are, because here you are unhooking yourself. Manifest new love by unhooking yourself from patterns that are not serving you. If you have someone who has, decided that they want to keep you on the side, are you a side person? Is this who you are? Is this your narrative? I don't think so. I see crowns around here. Create the home within yourself that you didn't have, pile 3. Okay? And I think you guys are doing it. I really feel it. I feel this revved up energy. The last person that you were with, and if you're in separation from your counterpart, this person taught you a lot about self-respect and honoring your boundaries, and also honoring the fact that, wow, maybe there is an energy around needing to rebuild. So this is what you're manifesting right now, a sense of inner and outer security, because when you feel secure, you are going to attract your future partner. Okay? This is the natural law. When we feel good about ourselves, we got a whole line of people waiting. Okay? One of my favorite things now, ever since, coming out of my experience of healing, one of my favorite things to tell myself, you have to know who you are. You have to know who you are. And you have to know who you are. This is going to determine your position in life. This is going to determine where you stand in spiritual warfare. This is going to determine where you stand within your partnerships, within your friendships. You set the tone. And you guys know this. You know why? Because look at you. You are embracing a whole new experience right smack in the middle of your heart and your crown chakra. You got that activation all the way around, through and through. I love it. Date. I want you guys to manifest by dating and don't look into long term. There's no need to consistently think about future, future, future. The practice is going to be important for you guys, pile 3. So if you're looking at what is the manifestation in love, what is the healing, start practicing your dating experiences so you can see what you really want and what you don't. This is not a good time to think about long term, especially if you guys are on break from a divine counterpart. It's not about waiting for them. It's about exploring who you are within this situation, okay? Because within who you are it's going to help you and your masculine come together. You are helping them grow into a sense of maturity so they stop looking around for other things and focus on the truth, which is you, okay? Yes, and I hope that helped. Thanks so much, you guys. Bye.